What's good, YouTube? What's good? Let's wait till some people get on here a little bit. Give them a few seconds before I start. There we go. We got someone. Just give it a little bit. Yo, what's good, Jonathan? Marissa, what's up? Thank you for tuning in. We got Justin, Juggalo, what up, Davy? Keith, hey, Davy, what's up, Juggalo? What's up, Keith? Robert, what's up, Davy? Marissa Lynn, been watching for years. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. What's good, Eric? Johnny B, hi, how are you? I'm good. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you, Marissa. I appreciate you riding with me for a while. What's going on with you, Poppy? A lot's going on. Robert Wiley, hey, Davy. John Baxter, what's good? We'll skip over the trolls because they mean nothing. Keith Gregory, Davy, how's it going, bro? Eric Strap, don't quit. I appreciate it. I'll explain a little bit, and I promise you guys it's not clickbait. I don't get down with that bullshit. Like, just put something out under just to get views. The thing is this, and before I start, I'm gonna before I start, I kind of want to give a little bit of a heads up. If I miss any comments, or if you guys want to hold off to the, towards the end of the video, I'm not gonna be on here too long. But I don't want anyone thinking that I'm, ignoring your comments. It's just that once I get in the zone, I always joke that I'm Cuban and my grandfather was Italian. So we love to talk, and once I get going, I may not be able to stop. So I'm not blowing off any comments. If I get so much in the zone where all I'm doing is looking at the camera, apologize ahead of time. It's nothing intentional. If you guys want to hold off to the end with some of the comments to make sure I read, then I really appreciate that. And of course, like always, there's gonna be folks that don't even see the video now, and we'll see it later. Here's the thing, and it's not so much quitting or giving up on what I love to do. Is basically, here's how it breaks down. For those of you, especially those of you who are new to the channel and new subscribers, who may have bumped into my stuff on here on YouTube or Facebook or anywhere on social media, what's going on basically is this. I've had this channel for years, and I'm old school. I have been doing this since 1995, 22 years ago. Long before YouTube, long before this social media stuff, long before Google, all this stuff. I remember when AOL was the little man with all the beep, boo, bleep, bleep, all the sounds that you had to wait through just to get online. It felt like it took forever. Dial-up, I think that's what they call it, dial-up or whatever. So I'm not one of these young, these new young bucks, who do the Snapchat and do the YouTube and do this. I do Twitter, I do a little Facebook, and I do this channel. And don't get me wrong, the channel has been going good. There's, couple hundred subscribers in the last 2 weeks, which is beautiful, and I'm thankful for everybody that has subscribed. But here's kind of my little dilemma, without being too dramatic here, if I can call it that. My thing is this. A while back, I made a video, and not too long ago, a few weeks ago, not to fall into the trap of becoming known as a one-trick pony. One of the things that I've always tried to do with this channel is not only educate folks, inform, whatever you want to call it, on the right to record, on your First Amendment right, which is an extension of free speech. But also what I've tried to do is just in general, just teach people and inform them, educate them, whatever you want to call it, like I said, on just being aware of their rights, being aware of not, giving in to the police tactics, like a video which I'll get to in a minute in Florida that happened a few years ago, which I'm actually going to talk about that video. So basically just stand up for yourselves, you know what I mean, and not be afraid to exercise your rights as Americans. So that's one of the biggest things I've tried to do with this channel. Now, here's why I say, for me, YouTube is starting to not be fun anymore. Okay? First of all, it's nothing personal against you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. But my discontent, which is, I think, the perfect word, is as follows. In life, it's very easy to, thank you, Marissa. In life, it's very easy. What's good, Stephen? My man, Stephen from Pennsylvania. In life, and again, if I miss some of the comments, guys, it's not personal. I just kind of want to roll with this so I can kind of get it all out. In life, it's very easy to become a one-trick pony or get stuck in something, right? Or be labeled and known as just one thing. And that's what I've kind of fought against for years, is the labels, the cop hater. And, it's very easy to label someone, like I've even told some officers, but it's much harder to ask what happened to this guy. Why is he the way he is? Why is he so passionate about police abuse and police misconduct, and what is his obsession, or whatever you want to call it? It's much harder to ask that question, because think about it. With anything in life, if we ask that question, that requires us to open some doors, right? Think about it. And some of the stuff that people might hear or might, stir up is stuff that they're not ready for, right? Because, so what's easier? What's easier is just labeling somebody. Like, I've been labeled a cop hater, and there comes the one-trick pony thing. Oh, this guy is just obsessed with the police. That's all he does. And unfortunately, that is what I've seen. And nothing against you guys, but you guys have actually proven this point to me in recent weeks, and I'm going to explain what I mean. I've seen that this channel, okay, which again is growing good. It's getting, really good amount of subscribers. By the way, I know I'm skipping around here a little bit. The channel averages about 25,000 views a day. A day. Now, that's really good for a channel of only 4,000, just over 4,000, all right? So it's not that I want to come across here like I'm complaining. Thank you, Juggalo. I appreciate it. Juggalo says, I love this channel. It's not that I'm complaining about views. That's not the problem at all. And subscribers have been going really good. That's not it. Here's what it is, and maybe you guys can kind of try to relate or understand where I'm coming from. In an attempt to familiarize, especially new subscribers. What's good, Leslie? Leslie from Florida. Thank you for tuning in, man. In an attempt to familiarize new subscribers, especially, I have basically added new videos, which are actually, like, in a way you could call them recycled. This channel has about 750 videos, at least, more, approximately 750. And I wanted to get new subscribers familiar with some of the work that I've so passionately advocated for over the years, mainly the right to record, right? The First Amendment protected right to record. So what I did is I call it recycled. I went back in the vaults, right, so to speak, and I went back in some cases several years, and because these videos are kind of buried in a way, right, among the 750 that are on this channel, and I wanted to kind of bring them to the forefront so that new subscribers can see them and, see some of what I call the best videos that I've done. Case in point, which I mentioned a little while ago, there's a video that I uploaded about a week and a half ago of a Florida state trooper stopping me, pulling me and my family over on vacation several years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago. So it's not a new video by any means. But again, it's a video that I wanted to bring to the forefront, especially for new subscribers that, that may or may not be as familiar with what I do as some of you guys and girls. So here's the thing. That video I just uploaded about a week and a half ago, okay? Already has 18,000 views, okay? So you guys might be sitting there like, okay, so what's the point? What are you complaining about? What I'm getting at is that for the most part, the videos that I upload, okay, the videos that I make of police interactions, okay, with where the general theme is the right to record and asserting my right as an American, as a proud American, born right here in the good old USA, and basically inspiring maybe others to do the same, right? It's not about getting in a confrontation. It's not about being aggressive towards police. My style is my style. I don't recommend it for anybody. But what I hope that each and every one of you takes out of what I do is at least stand up for yourselves. I see so many people clueless, so many people born right here in the U.S., a country which is so patriotic in some ways, right? And we love our troops, and we should, right? But then again, some of us at least, don't even know our rights, and will let any police officer, law enforcement officer just run over us, right? So the video that I uploaded, which deals with a Florida State Trooper stopping me just outside of Miami, Florida, which many of you know, shout out to the 305, anyone from Florida watching. It's like my hometown in many ways because I was born in Rochester, upstate New York, and went to Miami when I was a couple months old, came back right before my 10th birthday. So my first 9-10 years of my life was spent in Florida. So my thing is this, and I told you guys I get long-winded here, so I'm sorry if I'm losing some of you guys. My thing is this. Basically, the videos that I upload that are police related do very, very good on YouTube, okay? They do very good. Like I said, here's a video. Check this out. Here's a video that I did that's 5 years old, about 4 or 5 years old. And it already has 18,000 views, okay? This is an old video. This is not a new video. And I didn't pass it on as being a new video, right? So that video has 18,000. On the other hand, scroll through my most recent videos. A couple of videos ago, I did a video about happy holidays and basically reaching out to your loved ones, right? Because those of you, the real supporters out here, because there's a lot of undercover trolls I see, and a lot of people on here just with basically no life. But the real supporters I'm talking about, okay? You know how much I've, talked about my dad who committed suicide. Talked about my aunt who passed away this past October. It was 1 year ago in Miami. So I always encourage people. I've even had this conversation with some law enforcement officers, right? I say, listen, if you still have your loved ones, if you still have your parents around, your grandparents, pick up the phone. Give them a call. We get so caught up in the little bullshit, in the little day-to-day drama and petty shit, superficial stuff, that we don't have time for loved ones, right? We forget about picking up a phone and calling someone. So that video that I did about a week ago, that video has only a couple hundred views. Now, I don't want you guys to misunderstand me, okay? This is not a bitch rant. This is not I'm just bitching about not getting views. That's not the problem at all. Again, I'm old school, and I was never really into the whole analytics thing with YouTube. And I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with that. I wasn't really familiar with it. It's not something that I really ever even cared about. But recently I've been looking on there. And again, the views, approximate number of views per day on this channel are 25,000. Here's my point. Obviously, views are not a problem, right? For a channel with only just over 4,000 that's growing, much respect from Brooklyn, Davy V. The whole system is rigged. No doubt, man. I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you. Brooklyn in the house. So obviously those 25,000 views, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that basically none of those views are going towards videos that I do like the Call Your Loved Ones, or just videos where I might go on here and share something with you guys. Whether it's a couple dumpster diving videos I've done. And again, it's not that I'm one of these folks that are so into dumpster diving. It's that my work and my videos always have an angle. It's up to you guys if you can catch it or not, right? Sometimes it may be clear, sometimes it isn't. With the dumpster diving stuff, it's been, the amount of waste that this country, the richest country in the world, the most powerful country in the world, wastes, right? While people are literally starving, and homeless vets. Again, here goes the patriotic thing. Americans pass themselves off to be so patriotic, right? But yet there's homeless U.S. veterans sleeping under bridges right here in Rochester, New York, and some committing suicide because they're being denied the health care and mental health care that they need. These are people who have fought for our country, which is why I think the whole patriotism thing is so hypocritical, because on one hand, we tend to, act like we're so patriotic. On the other hand, we accept a system who has turned its backs on its own veterans, its own troops. So again, I don't want to get too much into that because we can talk about it another day. But like I said, back to this video stuff. My point is this. I always said I would do YouTube until it didn't become fun, because I'm not a fake person. There's channels with millions of subscribers. There's channels where you'll get entertained. This is obviously a channel of someone who is the son of a community activist, of a pioneer cop watcher, my dad, who as a result of his work speaking out against police misconduct, and specifically the corrupt Rochester, New York Police Department in the 1980s, was tormented and was targeted by the RPD to the point where they broke him down, worse than any physical beating, they broke him down psychologically, and he committed suicide. So this is my channel, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that some people, including the trolls, find it interesting, obviously, to to come, to join us, especially when I do the live, there must be something here about this channel, or there must be something about me specifically, and maybe what I've been through, right, that you guys like, right, that you guys find interesting, that maybe you guys can relate a little bit, So my frustration, and I thank each and every one of you, for tuning in and for having that interest in the channel. But my frustration with with YouTube is that the police stuff is all good, and that's something that I'm always going to be passionate about, right? The advocating for the right to record. And there's several reasons. Why do I do that? I do it for several reasons. I do it to inspire and motivate others to at least know what their rights are, to educate them and to inform them. I'm not calling people dumb here, but there's just so many people who are complacent, who go about every day with an attitude like, if it doesn't affect me or my loved one, it doesn't matter. And that's the worst attitude you could have in life, because the next traffic stop and the next violations of your rights could be just that, your rights. You could be the next one. So it pays to be informed at least, okay? I'm not a lawyer. I don't offer legal advice, far from it. But perhaps some of you, and I know some of you because I've had folks reach out to me and say they've been motivated to record, to be more mindful, you know what I mean? To just not go about your everyday life clueless as to what to do and how to document, even if it's something that's little, you may think it's little if a police officer pulls you over, something as simple as getting their name. Because the one thing that police agencies will do is they will protect their cops to the fullest. And if you're harassed or intimidated or threatened by any officer, female, male, doesn't matter, any law enforcement officer, good luck in getting the name from the law enforcement agency that officer belongs to. It's next to impossible if you don't get it when the stop has occurred. So these are the little things that I try to show you guys. The other reason that I do what I do as far as the filming the police is basically to send a direct message to them, to not let them forget for 1 second. I refuse to let them forget who they work for, right? And it's the whole watching the watchers thing. It's the keeping them accountable. It's the letting them know, at least I'm just one person, but if everybody did this, then the state, no doubt, Roberto, then the state of hypervigilance that they would feel would be such that they would dread even, you know, just doing anything inappropriate. Think about it. So that is, it's no secret. That is the main, it's not like it's a secret thing. You know, I'm saying it's not like I'm giving away any trade secrets. That is the number one thing that I've done for the last, you know, 20 plus years with the Rochester, New York Police Department, is create a intense sense of awareness that they are being recorded. Okay? So here's the thing. When it comes to my discontent with, and this is live, guys, so I know I'm jumping around all over the place or whatever. I heard someone complain, which is funny because this is the crazy thing. This is I don't want to get on a rant, but this is another one of my my disappointments here with YouTube, is that there's a lot of undercover. There's a lot of fake people. You know, somebody who I thought is actually a supporter basically just, you know, they could have been joking. It is what it is. Basically mentioned something about me getting long-winded. That's what live is. Live is live. That's one thing about me. You can go watch another channel where people are pretentious and superficial and just fake in general. That's not me. You know what I mean? So anyone that don't like it, kindly just leave. You know what I mean? For real. I mean, there's no hurt feelings here. Leave, unsubscribe. You know, because if I had a way to wean down, I could care less about this channel one day having 50,000 subscribers. If 50,000 and 10,000 of those are just trolls and just fakes, I don't want them on here. So those of you who ride with me, who feel my passion, who understand me, then, you know, do that. The rest of you trolls, get a life. What does it say about you guys that you're watching, you're wasting your time watching me, right? What does it say about you? You guys don't have a platform. You guys don't have an audience. Nobody is listening to you guys. Nobody's tuning into you guys. If you Google your name, nothing comes up. I'm speaking to the trolls. So how pathetic and how lonely are your lives, again, the trolls, where you basically are here now. In other words, you have nothing better to do than to tune in right on time, punctual, to my live stream. It's pathetic. This is your time that you should value. Everybody should value their time. So the real ones, I thank you for staying. The other ones, just, you know, do what you got to do. So my thing is, when it comes to this whole, again, I'm old school. When it comes to this whole social media stuff, there's a lot of fake, a lot of pretentious people. I'm not one of those. I'm going to tell it how it is. There's going to be times when you may like it, times when you may not like it. That's fine. But that's what you're going to get here. You're not going to get this, you know, false impression or of something that I'm not. You know what I mean? So that is my frustration with YouTube. The fact that through my work and through what I've done for the past 20 plus years, it's very easy that I've been stereotyped, right? That I've been pegged as one-trick pony. And again, nothing against you guys, but you guys have proven that to me. Because of a video where I'm talking about something real in life, like something which is great advice, right? Like, you know, call your loved ones. Don't get so caught up in the bullshit of day-to-day life, you know, in the rat race, right? Where you forget to call your loved ones and just let them know how important they are to you. You know, even if you've had a fallout with a parent or a sibling, you know, but when that person is gone, you don't know that feeling. And some of you do, you know, and you can't get that person back. So how can a video like that get 150, 200 views, right? But then a video of me recording police, right? And you know, exposing whatever, you know, misconduct or whatever, or corruption within the Rochester, New York Police Department, for example. How can a video like that get thousands and thousands and thousands of views? I don't understand that. And that is frustrating, you know what I mean? Again, to make it clear, the channel's getting great views, great traffic, but it just seems that it's clear that the viewers would rather see content that I'm known for, right? Like the police accountability stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know? But there's more to me, and there's more to what I want this channel to be. So at least right now, how I'm feeling, and again, this is keeping it, like we say, you know, like the young people say, keeping it 100. At least right now, how I'm feeling is, thank you, Davy V, enjoy your life, man. Screw everyone. They said it perfect. Thank you. Brooklyn came through with the perfect line. Thank you. I appreciate that. At least how I'm feeling right now is discontent and disillusion with YouTube. Again, I'm old school. I know that old school shit sounds so cliche, but let me show you guys something. Let me show you. Let me take you. Let me really quick take you through a quick trip down memory lane. Hold on. Work with me here. It's gonna be a little shaky. I'm taking my camera off the tripod here. Hold on. Work with me here. Now I want to share this with you guys. This is kind of like one of my little scrapbooks, and you can tell it's kind of beat up, right? To show you that I'm not one of these new YouTubers, these new young bucks. I've been doing this. YouTube's been around, if I'm not mistaken, since 2004. I've been doing this since 9 years before YouTube, since 1995. This is a newsletter that RCTV, which is the local cable access station here in Rochester, New York, used to put out. I don't know, because I don't really, I'm not connected like to that station anymore. This is in the early 90s. This is 1994. That is a picture of me working on the old school equipment, right? You see me right there with my show, Keep It on the Real. Now here, just the title on the bottom says, Producer David Vara is shown on the toaster edit bay. Those of you familiar with video, this was back when we did the, when we worked on the toaster, when we worked on, AB roll input, way before, digital and Apple computers and all that took the scene. So Producer David Vara is shown at the toaster edit bay, hard at work on Keep It on the Real, a new series debuting in April about the local and national hip-hop scene. So this is to show you here the date. This newsletter is from 1995, okay? See, I back my shit up. I'm not one of these cats out here that talk shit and can't back it up, can't prove it. 1995, okay? And that is me on the flip side of the same newsletter. 1995. That's how, Roberta, Florida here. That is how, far it goes back. Okay? And then in case some of you haven't seen it, I'll take it off here real quick. This was my first show, Keep It on the Real, the first episode. And that's Naughty by Nature right there. Right? A few years later, those of you into hip-hop, if you know about the Source magazine, which is like one of the #1 music publications, right up there with Rolling Stone. There you go on the top left, cops caught on camera. You see that on the top left up there? And there's the Rochester, New York Police Department racially profiling and abusing a Jamaican motorist. And that is from my film, RPD Exposed, which is available on YouTube. So is the follow-up, RPD Badges of Dishonor, Corruption, and Murder. Brutal New York cops caught on camera. Filmmaker lets police know the streets is watching. So this is what I'm about right here. And there I am right there. That's when I had hair. Davy Vara. And peep the date. August 2001, issue number 143. All right. So why am I talking about that? You know what I mean? Let me just hold this here so I don't have to keep shaking it. And I'm about to wrap this video up. Again, the reason I bring that up is to show you that I think part of what's going on is that since I am old school, right? And since I'm not into this Snapchat and Instagram and all this stuff, which, by the way, I do have an Instagram account. I never even kept up with it. And I'm very set in my ways. I'm very old school. And maybe the YouTube thing is not going to work out. You know what I'm saying? I'm appreciative, again, of everybody who is, who has subscribed, everyone who's shown me love. But, I can't be fake about it. And if you guys want someone like that, then you won't find it on this channel. I wanna share stuff with you. You know what I mean? It's not all gonna be police stuff. But if I see that big of a disparity where the videos that I make, the police-related videos, get thousands and thousands. I mean, I got videos with 80, 90,000 views. I think the biggest video that I have on here, it has about 250,000 views. But then again, I do a video talking about some real life stuff like, advice or just sharing something with you guys, and it gets 200 views. So please don't take it for what it isn't. It's not, I'm not bitching about that. It's hard for me to be interested and continue to do something when I know that all the interest on the viewer's part is about police stuff. Everything is not going to be police. I'm not always going to be, and again, and it's not even you guys' fault. The thing is that, and this is the advice I gave in a video a few weeks back, which I think the video doesn't even have like 300 views, which is great advice. So on one hand, a video about police, and I'm recording police, and I'm exercising my right, you guys love that. You guys eat that shit up. 40,000, 50,000 views, like nothing. Like nothing. Here's a video about Florida Highway Patrol that stopped me on I-95, right? I uploaded it like a week and a half ago. An old video, a 5-year-old video. It's got 18,000 views already. But then I made a video about a few weeks ago, like I said, or this one a couple months ago probably, the one about not to be labeled a one-trick pony. In other words, I want you guys to learn kind of from, stuff from me. If I can share something with you guys. Juggalo says, I like the live feeds. I appreciate that. I love them too. I like them. That's why I do them, And also the good thing is whoever misses them, the good thing about live is the video's uploaded, obviously. So whoever misses them, misses it live, then obviously, they can see it later. So again, it's not trying to bitch. It's just frustrated because I want to share a lot of stuff with you guys, and everything is not going to be police related. But I'm a real dude. I mean, I'm not going to be fake and not let you guys know, like, hey, wait a minute. I'm thinking, like, should I even continue doing this? Because if a video gets 200-300 views and it's not police related, then it's like you guys are clearly basically telling me, listen, unless you're jumping out of the cop and video recording them, then we don't want to watch anything else. And that's, again, just, I'm very honest, very blunt. So keep going, my friend. Virtual Fry, what's good, my man in Florida? It has been a while. Absolutely. Now that man right there is a trooper, and just like every other of you real supporter out there, Virtual Frog, I got a lot of love for him. I don't think he'll mind if I say this, but another Florida resident. And he's been riding with me for years, and a really, really good man, and a man that I think gets me, I think he understands me. And look, I'm not perfect, we're all a mixed bag, but I love the connection I have with most of you. I don't care about the trolls. It's bad enough that with this channel, and I'll end with this, it's bad enough that with this channel I can't really share personal stuff like my children, right? Like proud moments. I've done a few, but I can't really share like my kids' sports games. I can't really show things with my kids because an individual that was just commenting a little while ago, one of the trolls, right, that's been threatening me and my family for years and stalking me for years. This goes back 5-6 years. Used to sit outside my kid's school. How sick is that? Used to sit right outside my kids' elementary school and wait till they, till I picked them up. And of course, because he was friends with, and he is friends with many RPD officers, RPD cops, they wouldn't do shit. You know, so so basically, you know, my channel already has the angle of being careful what I share with you guys, because I can't share personal family stuff. As far as my kids, these trolls have taken pictures of my mom, who has dementia, and written the most nastiest memes and posted them online. I get threats in the email. You know, it's really, really bad. And but that's what happens. You know what I mean? That's what happens in a supposedly free country when you stand up to a crooked, corrupt system and you speak out. And unfortunately, that's what happens. So listen, guys. I know earlier I said I was going to be short. It's 35 minutes into the video. I appreciate. Roberto said, so true, Davy. Yep. What's up, Rip? A moderator would help. You keep saying that. You should do it. You should reach out to me and we'll hook it up. So, you know, I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys kind of understand a little bit my frustration and why I feel the way I feel, at least right now, is because there's more to me than just the whole police stuff. Robert OG, keep your dad legacy going. Doing a great job, and don't worry about what people think, because absolutely, I appreciate it. Roberto, I'm all over you can go on my Facebook page, send me a message, Davy V. Or hit me on Twitter, Davy Vara. Just make sure it's a real account, because these trolls have even opened up fake accounts, fake channels. It's crazy. I mean, it's crazy. I don't even know why Davy V, peace and love. Ignore the imbeciles. Thank you, Brooklyn. Brooklyn in the house. Have a good New Year, Davy Juggalo. Absolutely. And all you guys and girls have a happy New Year, too. Absolutely. Do that, Ribbit. Yep. And there you go. As we speak, there's a troll who has been threatening to desecrate my dad's grave. Right there, he posted. So it's crazy. So it's really, really, you know. All right, people. I hope you guys got the gist of what I'm talking about. I love y'all, the real supporters. I want to share more with you. That's what this channel is about. I'm very happy to see more and more subscribers. We've had, I think, right around 200 subscribers in the last, well, we had 3712. Yeah, 3712 about 3 weeks ago. And we're up to 40, 44, something like that. So, well over 200. And, you know, we'll see. I just want you guys to be as interested in the other videos that I do. A lot of it, which is great advice that I try to give. And again, there's more to me than just the whole police stuff. Unfortunately, I've been labeled that, along with being labeled a cop hater and all this stuff. That's not true. But all right, folks, have a great night. Happy New Year. And again, please, 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 if you still have your loved ones around, your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, wishing you and yours a great New Year from Southwest Florida. Thank you, Edward. Appreciate it. Florida in the house. I love when I see Florida. Got a lot of love for Florida. Have a great one, my friend. You too, Virtual. Love you, my brother. Again, basically, if you still have your loved one, don't get so caught up in this bullshit. Even the social media stuff, a lot of it is just, you know what I mean? You see the individuals that are out here, right? You see the individuals, some who are so miserable with their own lives, right? And who have nothing better to do than stalk people and threaten people. So don't get caught up in the bullshit. Try not to. It's easier said than done. And basically, one love, Robert OG. Well, Brother Davy, I got to bed. Peace and Happy New Year. Absolutely. Good night, Stephen. Absolutely. Book the flight and taking time to visit my parents. Keep it going. Thank you, Ernie. Absolutely. Yeah. Pick up that phone, folks. Life's too short. I don't care if you're beefing. I don't care if it's someone, your dad, your mom, you haven't seen in years. I know it's easier said than done. I was blessed enough to have my dad and my mom my whole life. You know, and I know some of you maybe don't have them, are not close to them. But if they're still alive and they're still breathing, it's never too late. This goes out to everybody, you know what I mean? This goes for everybody. Pick up that phone, call them, and all it takes is a minute. Just say, I'm thinking of you. And, you know, that's all. All right? I love y'all. Peace. Happy New Year. Thank you for tuning in. Good night.